Hello, everyone. We're back with our first edition of SVG's At the Rink. We did at the ballpark, we did on the gridiron, we did on the hardwood, but we're going back to the Ats. We're with a good friend of SVG. We were at his place, which felt like 5 years ago, but it was the 2019 SVG Venue Summit. We're with Pete Skorich. He is the Vice President of Entertainment Services and Broadcasting for Olympia Entertainment and the Detroit Red Wings. Excuse me. That's a long title. Pete, how you doing, sir? Spoke to you about a year ago, almost to the day. How's everything going, and how's the season so far up in Motor City?
Kristian, it's going well. We're having a lot of fun. We are glad that we're playing hockey these days. And yes, you and I spoke right at the beginning of this whole pandemic, and now as we're coming out of it, it's nice to kind of bookend it with conversing with you.
Right. Well, a pleasure to have you. Always good catching up with you. And we alluded to it. We spoke last year, and we spoke a lot about how you're bridging the community together. But now the community is going back to some of the games. You have a fair amount of fans in there right now. Real question is, what's going on inside of Little Caesars Arena? How are you entertaining the fans that are there right now?
Well, Kristian, we started out the season having 250 people, friends and family at the games. Then most recently we've had 500, and we just received word that next week we'll be entertaining 750 fans. So we're incrementally stepping up. What we've decided to do is once we got to the 500 fan mark, we decided, you know what, we're going to treat these 500 fans like there are 20,000 people roaring for the Detroit Red Wings in the arena. We're trying to create a lot of atmosphere, a lot of entertainment for those fans. And we're trying to provide entertainment and atmosphere for our players so that they can feel the music, feel the emotion, and hopefully get jacked up to win a few games.
Right. Awesome. Okay. And in terms of sound has been one of the interesting things without fans there. It's not as loud as it would usually be, and you guys are tasked to make that sound for both the players and the fans that are in there. What's the production like? I know the NBA's been doing it, but what's it like in the NHL?
Well, it's a little bit more unique. We're using the same supplier that the NBA is using. The NBA, because we do share a building with the Detroit Pistons, the NBA put separate speakers down that kind of pointed at the court for the players to hear. Of course, in the NBA, they play music during action, and then you hear crowd noise. With the NHL, there's no music during action. So the NHL, we have speakers pointed away from the players, but into the crowd. And of course, a big part of the broadcasting. And it is, it's a challenge because you want that to sound like you have good atmosphere in the building without being too loud, sounding too fake. But Firehouse Productions, that is helping the NHL and the NBA, they've done a really great job of getting a lot of different samples, a lot of different reactions from crowds. And it's been really interesting to see our people become greatly improved in this area with anticipating plays, anticipating goals, anticipating disappointment, anticipating a number of things. And after a while, you kind of forget that it's synthetic. But we will be really, really happy when we can have real fans in the games and hear real fans yelling and screaming for us.
Right. Okay. So I want to take you to your Olympia Entertainment part of your title, because you're not only doing stuff for the Red Wings, you're also doing a little things with the Detroit Tigers. You guys are always pushing out digital content and also on linear with your regional sports network. What's going on for fans that aren't able to get to Little Caesars Arena? Either they can't get in, or they're not one of the 750 people that are able to come in. What are they enjoying on the live streaming end of things?
So when you and I first spoke about a year ago, we had started up a show because our owner, Christopher Illich, owns the Detroit Tigers as well as the Detroit Red Wings. So we started a show called The Word on Woodward, which is the main drag in Detroit that separates the Detroit Tigers Comerica Park from Little Caesars Arena. So we started a twice weekly 2-hour talk show streaming that talks about all things Tigers and Red Wings. And that really helped us out through the summer. It helped us engage our fan base. It helped us with our partnership team to engage our sponsors. And that has continued on through the season. On game nights, with the people that can't be in the arena due to the restrictions, we have a second screen experience. And that second screen experience is allowing our fans to see a lot of things that they would see in the arena during timeouts and during intermissions and during pre-games. that they can't see on television. And it's also a really nice companion for our broadcast on Fox Sports Detroit. So we're doing that. And then as well on game days at 10:30 every morning of home games, we have a show called The Morning Skate. And that wraps around our live coverage of our practice. We have interviews with the visiting team personnel. We show our team practicing, what the lines are going to be for that night. And then at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we have a show called The Forecheck, which streams live, which is another show that gets people ready for the game that night and for the evening broadcast of Detroit Red Wings hockey. So we're keeping the crew really busy, Kristian.
And before we got on this call, if you mentioned if games fell on a Wednesday, morning skate in the morning, then it's the word on Woodward, then it's the forecheck, and then it's actually entertaining fans when they get to the arena. You guys are catching your Z's after that, I'm assuming, right? Because you're going to be really tired. I'm assuming, correct, right?
Yeah, we're fortunate it's not a baseball schedule where we are playing every single day because, yeah, we do need to catch our breath after a game day. But every once in a while, because of the nuances of the new NHL schedule, we're playing back-to-back games. But I can tell you one thing. By the end of the night, you know everything that happened, and our fans know everything that happened, every soundbite from every player. They do not have to read the paper the next day.
Wonderful. Pete, I want to give you the time. There's a lot of people either on the digital or social team, live streaming, and the in-venue team that deserve a little bit of recognition because this isn't easy. We're still in this pandemic, and you guys are still figuring out ways to entertain fans at home and in the arena. Are there any individuals you want to give a shout out to while you can?
Oh yeah, for sure. Our engineering team of Chief Engineer Eric Angott, who is residing over every stream. Brad McGee, who is making sure all the microphones are open and that the crowd noise is working and the music's being played. Those guys have been rock stars. Mark Milligan is our producer of all our shows, the Morning Skate Show, Word on Woodward, the Forecheck. We are fortunate to have. I'm going to list everybody. We're fortunate to have Art Regner, who's a Detroit media personality. We've got two other up and coming personalities, Daniela Bruce and Carly Johnston, and then we've got just other people behind the scenes making it happen, like Brian Woodworth and Mike Fitzsimmons and Al Scott and Baxter Trapp. They're our motion graphics team. And then Michael Spruitt, who is from the beginning of the day to the end of the night, has a camera on his shoulder and is shooting everything for everything.
Pete, Detroit is always nicer in the summertime. So the warm weather is coming. Hockey's underway. Baseball is coming underway. Hopefully, when the time is right, I can get out there and say hello. But in the meantime, thanks for taking the time, for chatting, catching up, letting us know what's going on with the Red Wings, and stay safe, my friend. Thanks.
Kristian, appreciate the time.